4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. If you don't want to assist today or you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank again. Let's try that again. Now exhale, drop to your knees. This is different from a chaturanga. Bend your elbows, bring your chest in between your thumbs with your chin on the ground so your hips are in the air. It's a back bend. Yeah, now press into your hands, lift your chest, slide forward, cobra, keep your elbows bent. Don't rush. This isn't the A train. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet, pressing the palms down, letting the head be heavy. Modified Uttanasana. Now, if you're on fingertips, you're going to use blocks because I don't teach cupcake hands. I really disagree with it. One, it's putting pressure in your knuckles. And I had a teacher she was an Anusara teacher for many years. They teach that over at Anusara. She had to go to LA to get reconstructive surgery on her thumb. So I would not suggest that right there. I would suggest that because I don't want anybody to ever say, I injured myself in Austin's class. I'd rather you say, Austin told me not to do that, but I did it anyway. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. Soften the knees, step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat, bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm, squeeze in with the knees. Now you can sit on a block if you need to. If your heels are lifting up, put a blanket underneath your heels. That's also a good option. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10, then gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down, extend the legs straight out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Dorsiflex the left foot. Pull the left toes back. Lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your right hand closer to the right hip than the wall behind you. So you're not leaning backwards. You still have craniosacral alignment. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Press this big toe down. Exhale 4, so you're going to put that foot flat there. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, come back to center. And exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, bend the left knee, place the left foot on the outside of the right. Dorsiflex the right. Pull the right toes back. Lift the right arm up. And then twist over to the left. Left hand comes behind the left hip. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale, pull the right toes back, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet or hips width distance apart. 2 fists. Take the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Step your feet a little wider, like where those dots are. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. And come sit on a block. Or you can sit on a blanket. Let's chant a little bit today. Let's chant. Let's just do 2 things. Let's start with page 12. We're going to do number 6. Then we're going to jump over to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. So 3 ohms. We'll do this as a call and response. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Your turn. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One time together. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mretyo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now turn over to page 42 and we'll chant from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the Sadhana Pada, the chapter on sadhana, or practice, we sometimes call that practice. And we're going to chant 2.3. So we'll do this also as a call and response. Aviryam, aviryam, asmitam, asmitam, ragam, ragam, devasyam, devasya, abhidabesha, abhidabesha, klesha, klesha. So you see the dashes between the words. Those words don't have a dash there, but when two vowels meet in Sanskrit, the second vowel becomes silent. So it would be avirya smita, avirya smita, ragadavasya, ragadavasya, abhidabesha, klesha, abhidabesha, klesha, avirya smita, ragadavasya, abhidabesha, klesha, avirya smita, ragadavasya, abhidabesha, klesha. One time together. Avirya smita, ragadavasya, abhidabesha, klesha. So I've been chanting these two together. They happen at different time periods, but they are getting to the same thing. One is a prayer from the Upanishads. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya, om shanti shanti shanti. Lead us from changing reality, asat, to unchanging reality, sat. Lead us from spiritual darkness to spiritual light. Lead us from identification with the finite body to identification with the eternal soul. Om, peace, peace, peace. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Patanjali says it a little different. He says the reason why you're identifying with asat, or you're identifying with spiritual darkness, or you're identifying with the finite body, is because of these 5 hindrances that we're all born with when we come into the world. Nobody escapes them. We all get it. But we have to kind of, when you're on the path or the sadhana to yoga, you have to start working. I would say you don't ever eliminate them, because they will keep coming up because you're human. You start to see them, and then you approach things slightly different than you did before you knew they were there, right? So avidya, misidentification, it can also be translated as into ignorance. Asmita, egoism. Raga, attachment to pleasure. Devasya, hatred. Abhidabesha, the fear of death. The fear that, you're gonna not leave the body, right? So he says, these are your 5 hindrances to this thing called yoga, that he actually doesn't believe it's in nature. He doesn't believe that it's here in this physical realm. He believes that it's something that's in the transcendental realm, that you have to find through deep meditation, right? That you won't ever find it if you're looking for it here. But avidya, this idea of misidentification or ignorance, we project our avidya into the world. The world itself is called Maya. Right? Maybe you've heard that term, Maya. Maya is an interesting word because it can be translated into illusion, like avidya, that's what you usually hear. But Maya can also be translated into measurement or weighing something. Like I'm measuring something, I'm finding its value. I'm finding the value of something. Right? So we start to project our ignorance into the world, and we put values on things, and then those values project back into us. So the world is acting like a mirror, and we're acting like a mirror, and we're bouncing these ideas off of each other constantly until we remove the veil from the mirror, we remove the dirt from the mirror, and then we see things as they really truly are. And we've been talking for quite a while, like the past 4 months, about going to this theme about like how we misidentify any things. And this month we've been talking about how we do this with names themselves. Just our name can project something into the world, and people will look at your name and put value on your name. Like if your name was Rothschild, imagine how people would approach you differently if your name was Smith, right? All of a sudden you're a Rothschild. I wonder if he's connected to those Rothschilds, right? But if you're just Smith, oh, he's one of the Smiths. There's a bunch of them down the street. I have a little interesting story. When I was a little kid growing up in Alabama, when I went to public school, and it was a rural area. It wasn't a very wealthy area. Like there was a lot of poor people who had little farms or they worked in factories. And it was right after segregation. So segregation had only been around in the South for about 8 years. My parents took a job at a school as teachers that had been burned to the ground because when the court said you have to integrate, you cannot stay segregated, the town went and burned the school down to the ground. And it took 8 years to rebuild it. And then they started hiring teachers, and my parents were some of the first teachers hired. And I guess we moved there when I was like 3. And so there were a couple of years, but then I went to first grade. And I remember it was a very eclectic group of children. There was one girl in particular, her name was Penny. And she was very pale. She was an Irish background, but dark Irish. So she was like translucent white skin and long black hair and big, huge blue eyes. Her family was very poor. In fact, if I recall, I don't even think they had running water in their house. She was very socially awkward. And she had struggled in class, and she struggled to make friends. But what I remember most is as the year went on that year, the children started to say things to her like, "You're not worth a penny." And that was what they would say to her when they would get mad at her. They would say, "You're not worth a penny." And as I wrote this essay, I thought about that moment where we project this idea of value onto something that has great value. I mean, here was this girl, this very sweet girl. She was very kind, and she was worth more than anybody could imagine. But children can be mean, children can be very cruel. And they were projecting what they knew about value onto her name and using that against her. But we tend to do that all the time. And that's what Patanjali is talking about when he says misidentification. We bring a lot of baggage to the table, and then we lay that baggage out, and then we hand it out to everybody else. We distribute it. Patanjali is saying remove the baggage. Get rid of the baggage. If you get rid of the baggage, it'll make you more open-minded. Being open-minded is what yoga is about. Fold up your chant books, place them to the side. Come stand at the top of your mat into Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch, tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gaze is at the horizon. And take a moment, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Set a higher intention for the sadhana today. That idea of seeing value in everything, like great value in everything. Even things you don't like, because your likes and your dislikes are subjective. They're not real. And then exhale, hands by the side, to Tadasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, on the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise the arms up alongside the ears, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back into a long lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift hips. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot between hands. Exhale, left foot meeting right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meeting left, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana mountain seat. Let's do that again. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put hands down, extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, warrior 1. One breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and stay in down dog. Come to down dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Keep the hands where they are. Push back the hips. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, aqua chair. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Good for you. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest, twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of the right leg. Now, sit a little lower in the seat. Place the left hand on a block outside the right foot. Ground down through your left hand. On the inhale, lift the right arm up toward the sky and look over the right shoulder, but keep the knees together. That's the key. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Adductors are active. Exhale, 2. Try not to use your thumb. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And I'll come back to center Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put the hands flat on the earth. Extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Then exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest, twist left. Right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Sit a little lower in the seat. Then place the right hand down, press the palm firmly into the earth. Lift the left arm up into the air and look over the left shoulder. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back to center Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, turn left heel down, 45-degree angle. Come up warrior 1. As you come up in warrior 1, exhale, push through the back of your left foot. Try not to collapse on your inner left ankle. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Just turn this foot in just a little, not out, in. Exhale, 4. That's better. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Roll the shoulders back toward the wall behind you. Inhale, lift up and arch back, drawing energy up the front of the right leg. Then exhale, bend the right knee, fold forward, bring the right shoulder inside the right knee. Crown of the head toward the instep of the foot. Pull the right hip crease back toward the wall behind you. So you're not going to go into the left side of your mat. You're pulling back. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. So Horace, bring your head more toward the windows. It's all in the hip. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Pressing in the feet on the inhale, lift up and arch back, extending the right leg. Exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Release the hands. On the inhale, open the arms and hips up to the left. Exhale, reach to the right. Pull the left hip back. Right hand down, left arm lifts up. Trikonasana, triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the torso up, shoulders over hips. Then exhale, bend the left knee. The right knee. Bend the right knee. As you bend the right knee, track the right knee down the second and third toe. So don't let it go to the left. Then reach toward the windows like you're surfing. Then exhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, 1. But keep your right knee bent. That's the key. You're not lifting your right thigh up as you do that. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg 1 breath, reverse triangle. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Place the right hand down outside the right foot. Inhale, extend the left arm toward the windows, extended angle A. Inhale. Exhale, 1, so Lori, point toward the windows instead of the ceiling. Exhale, 2, so go that way, because there's your extended angle. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Extend the right leg, move the left foot forward until the heel is on the ground, about halfway. You're not on a tightrope and you're not turning the hip out anymore. So you want your feet like railroad tracks. So see how you're still turning out? So line your feet like railroad tracks up on with this line in the middle of your mat. No, don't bring it over. It's perfect. Railroad tracks, not tightrope. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Press into the feet with straight legs. Inhale, lift up and arch back, pressing down into the earth. Good. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Clasp the hands together in a fist, again, in behind the back. Roll the shoulder blades back. On the inhale, lift up and arch back. Pull energy up the front of the right leg. Then exhale, fold forward over the extended right leg. Try to center the torso down the center of the right leg. Exhale, 1. So as you fold, we're going to keep extending instead of bending. Exhale, 2. That's better. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on the inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Look up at the windows. Bend the right knee, and as you bend the right knee, put weight into the right foot. Shift weight into the right foot and lift the left foot off the floor, extending the right leg. Or you can keep your left foot down if you're having a hard time balancing. That is perfectly fine. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now listen, inhale, lift the shoulders and bring the left foot next to the right. And exhale, release the hands to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest, twist again over to the right. Now, as you come and twist to the right again, sit lower in the seat. Put the left hand on the floor outside the right foot, but bring your left hand closer to the wall where I am instead of toward the windows. Shift weight over into your right foot. Step your left foot all the way back into a long lunge. Exhale, push through your left heel. Strong post-anterior chain. On the inhale, point the right fingertips toward the windows, not the ceiling. We did that. And look into the right palm by twisting your chest up toward the right. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward next to the right. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together. You're still in that twist. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put the hands down on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, float back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, rise up Virabhadrasana 1 and stay. Exhale, push through the back side of the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, right foot turned in a little bit on an angle toward the windows, not back toward the wall behind you. There. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Rolling the shoulders back, inhale, lift up and arch back, drawing energy up the front of the left leg. Then exhale, fold forward and bend the left knee. As you bend the left knee, draw the head toward the center of the left foot and pull the left hip back toward the wall behind you. Push through the outside of that right foot. Exhale, 1. Right foot still grounded. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift up and arch back, extending the left leg. Exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Release the hands. On the inhale, open the arms and hips up to the right. Exhale, reaching to the left, left hand down, right arm lifts, Trikonasana, triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee. And as you bend the left knee, track the knee down the center of the foot. You want your thigh parallel to the ground. So you want to move forward just a little bit. Now reach toward the windows. And then exhale, reverse, but keep bending the left knee. Don't extend it all of a sudden. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend the left leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Place the left hand outside the left foot on a block. And then inhale, sweep the right arm toward the windows, looking into the right palm. Utthita Parshvottanasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Then extend the left leg. Move the right foot straight forward. And here again, you don't want to turn it out, but you want to go straight forward. So both feet are like railroad tracks. So pull this heel a little over there. Then inhale, lift the head and chest. Come to a flat back. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist. The elbows going up toward the ceiling. On the inhale, lift up and arch back by pressing into your feet. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Clasp the hands together in the fist behind the back again. Roll the shoulders back. On the inhale, lift up and arch back, drawing energy up the front of the left leg. Then exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Keep pulling left hip back. Right hip moves forward. Arms lift away from the body. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift up halfway only. And look at the windows. Then bend the left knee. Shift weight into the left foot. On the inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, extending the left leg. Or keep the right foot on the ground if balancing is difficult. Warrior 3. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, release the hands. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest, twisting over to the left. As you twist, sit deeper. Now, place the right hand on a floor or a block outside your left foot, but bring your right hand closer to the wall behind you. So line the heel of the hand up with the heel of the foot. Shift weight into your left foot. Step your right foot all the way back into a long lunge. Wait about that left arm, because right now that left arm, I didn't say lift it. On the inhale, extend the left arm toward the windows, not the ceiling. Turning your palm to face you so you're rotating the chest deeper than you did in that first one. Exhale 1. Inhale, good. Exhale 2. Inhale, good, Sally. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lightly step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, come, stand up. Tardasana, mountain seat. Good for you. All right, so everybody, you don't have to move your mat, but come and find a little spot on the wall, okay? You may have to move some of your props, okay? But everybody find a little wall time, okay? So we're going to work on a side crow, okay? So we're going to do it at the wall first. So what we're going to do is we're going to come about my shins space against the wall. I'm going to twist. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put my hands down. And then I'm going to bend my elbows. And I'm going to step one foot on the wall. Whoops. Followed by the other. And then balance with the feet on the wall. And then I'm going to switch sides. Okay, so try that. You guys have done all the twists tonight. So turn to one side, pick one side. You want to be about one shin away from the wall. So Addie, move a little bit away from the wall. You're taller than I am. And then twist toward the center of the room. Put your hands down. And then instead of trying to kick your feet up, the foot that's closest to the wall, step it onto the wall. Not the one you're standing on, but the one that's closest to the wall. Then step the other one. Yep. And just balance for a second. Good. And then switch sides. Just switch. Good. All right. Good. So it's easy with the wall. Right. Now come back to the front of the mat. And bring the big toes and heels to touch. And so you can just kind of play around with this. Don't think you have to do it, okay, tonight. You just, we're just going into fundamentals, okay? Bring the hands together in undulating mudra, and then lift high on the balls of the feet, like you're lifting your heels up like you're in high heel shoes. Now, as you do that, press into the balls of the feet and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. Come down, keeping the cranial over the sacral. Try to keep the knees together for this one. Then twist over to the right. Get your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Now, you're going to have to sink a little deeper into the hips and put your hands down. You want to kind of get your hands so they're even. That way you can bring your right elbow back a little bit so you can actually balance a little bit with that right elbow. And then tilt into the hands and to see if you can lift the feet up and to stay. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then gently put your feet on the floor. Yeah. And you're still in that squatted position, right? So now just twist over to the left. And as you twist over to the left, get your right arm on the outside of the left thigh, sink a little lower, place the hands down, lift the hips a little, bend the elbows, tilt forward, see if you can just float your feet up. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good for you. Come back to center. All right, so now you're still in that squatted position. Place your hands on the floor in front of you. Lift your hips and then get your knees into your armpits. Or you can squeeze your upper arm bones with the knees, just a regular old crow. Then start to tilt forward and lift your feet off the ground and bring your toes to touch. Bakasana, just a regular one. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good Iris. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, come into a child's seat. So hand balances are basically inversions. So we're going to put in an inversion right here. Turn the palms to face upward. Bring the elbows a little closer together instead of toward the outside of the mat. Keep that external rotation of the shoulders. Interlace the fingers together, making one fist. Then place the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Then tuck the toes under and lift the knees up and walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. You can stay there in a dolphin. Bend the knees into the chest, bring the heels toward the seat like a crow, half headstand. You can stay there. Bring the knees toward the sky, extend the legs, coming into a full headstand. And stay there. So you have all 3 options to work on. All 3 of those options are inversions. You can keep the feet on the ground, bring the knees into the chest, balance, or lift the legs up into the air. So I would just do dolphin today. Put the top of the head on the floor. So you can do that, yeah. And then lift the knees. Yeah. And just walk forward just a little bit. And this is just going to give you more, learn to like push a little bit here away from the floor. And that's going to develop some shoulder strength. But you don't have to go any further than that. Whenever you want to come down, come down. Because we usually in open classes do inversions for 5 minutes. So if you get tired, just come down and rest in child's seat for a little while. So Horace, lift the hips, walk the feet forward, bend the knees into the chest, yeah. Then lift, yep, and extend. Now dorsiflex for a second, and inward rotation, because that's what I always find, you clench a little bit, there. Now keep thinking of that inward rotation instead of external rotation. And that's going to be balanced. It's going to keep you a little bit more stable. Good. Good. Last 15 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 15. Inhale. Exhale 14. Inhale. Exhale 13. Inhale. Exhale 12. Inhale. Exhale 11. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest, hinge at your hip, slowly come down, and rest in child's seat. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, reach the arms forward, tuck the toes under, press in the hands, come back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank, and exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Now, inhale, slide forward, cobra. Stay in cobra. Squeeze the legs together. On the inhale, lift the hands off the floor and squeeze your elbows towards your ribs. Pull your shoulder blades down the back. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Shalabhasana B. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Squeeze the legs together. On the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms, reaching your toes back toward the wall where I am. So it's not a bent knee, you're extending, but now you're lifting the legs up, and still you're squeezing the scapula together. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, come down, release the hands, relax. Dhanurasana, seat of the bow. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Just grab the ankles, shift the weight from the pubic bone to the navel. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, come down, release the feet, relax. Second Dhanurasana, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. You can hold on to the inside of the ankles if you wish. Just make sure the eye of the elbow is facing outward. Yeah, there you go, Lori. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, gently come down, release, and breathe. Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, bring the left knee behind the right foot and sit down like a curtsy, Ardha Matsyendrasana. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, good. Inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, center, and exhale, swing the right leg around, step back to a downward facing dog. I just want to give you one more good twist before we go into deeper back bends. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right knee to outside of left foot, sit down. On the inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come center, and exhale, left leg behind you. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. On the inhale, bring the knees to rest behind your wrist crease. Lift your shoulders up with your toes tucked under. So you're on your knees. And like I said, you're going to bring them behind the wrist crease so your knees are about 2 fists apart. Toes are going to be tucked under for the first back bend, so it's a little easier. Bring the hands to the waist, then bring the thumbs toward each other, bringing the thumbs right onto the sacrum. Now, think about, instead of pushing the sacrum forward, actually first lift the navel up toward the throat. So grow a little longer and taller. Then start to arch back, and as you arch back, you have a choice. You can keep your hands on your hips, or place the hands on the heels. And then let the head go back last. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift up, leading with the shoulders without twisting. There you go. Bring the knees together. Bring the feet together. Come sit on the heels in Bhadrasana, thunder seat, for a minute. Let's close the eyes. Breathe. Second back bend, my tradition, we call that first one rabbit. But if you would like to come into a full Ustrasana, you're going to keep the tops of the feet on the ground, and you're going to put the hands on the soles of the feet. So lift the hips, bring the knees apart. You have a choice. Keep your toes tucked under in rabbit, or come onto the tops of the feet, putting the hands on the soles of the feet. So you want to make your knees just a little bit apart. You don't want to be too close for this. Then bring the hands to the waist, get the thumbs a little closer together, elbows a little closer together, bring the chin into the chest, start to lift the navel up toward the throat, start to arch back. Option, keep your hands on the hips, put your hands on the heels, put your hands on the soles of the feet. Try not to twist though. See if you can do that at the same time. Exhale, 1, good, I got you. Inhale, you can just relax into my hands. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift up, leading with both shoulders. Good, and then bring the knees together. Tops of the feet on the floor. Sit on the heels for a second. Good for you. This is so easy. Bring both hands over to the left. Come sit on the left hip. Lay down on the back with your head toward the windows. Feet toward the door. So easy. Just both hands to the left. Sit down on your hip. And lay down on your back. But spin around so your head's toward the windows. There you go. Bend the knees. Touch the heels with the fingers. Feet are about hips width distance apart, parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips. To lower the middle back, clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Roll the shoulders. You've been doing this all night, but now it's a little different when you have the floor. Like now you can really roll your shoulders back underneath you. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Release the hands. Come down. The middle back, the lower back, and the hips. From here, you can stay in that half bridge. You can come into a supported half bridge. You can even put a block underneath the sacrum. That's so super nice to put a block underneath the sacrum, about that height right there, and you don't have to hold yourself up. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, press into the hands and the feet and lift the body off the floor, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhale 1, good Addy. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So Horace, this is looking so much better, but I want to get you to be aware of your feet a little bit. So when you come, after you come up, put your feet on either side of that block so you kind of like know what your feet are doing. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale 1, good Sally. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Last time, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Good Horace. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Draw the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug. You can make little circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. That feels good to you. And then allow the knees to come over to the left. Extend the right arm out. Look over the right shoulder, twisting. A little decompression here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. Rock up to a seated position. Spin yourself around. Extend the legs out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet. Lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward, holding on to the outside of the feet. Paschimottanasana. Good. So a little bit of like, if we take a little of this belt and we just put it here and you hold on to the belt instead, then you can flatten your feet and use your outer muscles also. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10, inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the right knee, open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Twist the torso over the left leg. You can use a belt again for this if you need to. And then exhale, fold forward, hold on to the left foot. Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up as you lift the right knee up. And then exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, bend the left knee. Open up the left knee, left foot on inside of right. And twist the torso over the right. And then exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest as you lift the left knee. And exhale, extend the left leg out in front of you. Inhale, bend both the knees. Put the feet flat on the floor and bring the feet and the knees together, okay? So Veronique, bring your feet together and your knees together. Lift your left arm up and then twist over to the right. Bring your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Now, bring your right hand behind you with your fingers pointing toward the wall, but bring your hand closer to the hip. So you can look forward or to the right for this. Press into your hand and lift your hips up, coming onto your feet a little bit. Yep, just a little bit. Yep. Now move your right hand to the right, lean to the left and put your left hand down, line your fingers up with each other, then lift your hips and tilt forward and come into a second side crow. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good for you. There's more than one way to come into something. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Good for you, Veronique. Inhale. Exhale, come sit down. Yeah, that easy. Then twist over to the left. Bring your right arm out, outside of your left leg. Take your left hand behind you. Bring your hand a little closer, push into your hand. Lift your hips. Then put your right hand down. As you lift your hips, turn your left fingers and just tilt forward and balance. Exhale 1. Good, Veronique. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good, Sally. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bend both the knees. Open up the knees. Bring the feet together. Pull the heels a little closer to the pubic bone. And exhale, fold forward. Cobbler. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Here you have choices. You can keep your feet just like they are. Lay down on the back, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can go to the wall, bring the legs up the wall, Viparina Karani. Or you can come into shoulder stand, Salamba Sarvangasana. So that are 3 options. Choose any one you wish. Reclining cobbler, legs up the wall, or shoulder stand. If you're coming into shoulder stand, I like blankets underneath the shoulders. You don't have to do that, but it can be very helpful. So a lot of times what happens when we come into shoulder stand, we just kind of throw our legs in the air. Try first to go back all the way into a full halasana. Put your toes on the ground and then do that thing we've been doing all night. Clasp your hands together in a fist and get your elbows a little closer together. That's going to create an external rotation of your shoulder. And as you get the elbows a little closer together, plant them there. Don't let them go out to the side of the mat. Release the hands and put the hands on the bra strap. Not so much on the waistband of the yoga pants. If you put the hands on the waistband of the yoga pants, it sends you into a C shape. which is then a Viparina Karani in the middle of the room. For shoulder stand, you want ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, ear alignment. That's your alignment. So your chest then moves toward the throat, and it creates a natural Jara Danda Bandha, or throat lock. So Patanjali goes on and he tells us that these kleshas, these obstacles, are going to create prejudices and preferences, and that in itself is going to be the main obstacle in the path to yoga. Our subjective opinions, our subjective reality. Attaching ourselves to changing reality instead of objective reality. And the whole world trains you to have prejudices and preferences, likes and dislikes. And sometimes we don't even ask ourselves why we like something or don't like something. We don't analyze it. Well, after I left Alabama, I went to school at North Carolina School of the Arts, and I was very lucky to spend some time with John Cage, who's a very famous avant-garde musician. And John was doing a portfolio critique with us, and he said to me, he said, do you like your fellow students, this person's work? And I said, no, I don't like it. And he said, why? I said, I just don't like it. And he said, Austin, you can't say that. He said, you have to have a reason why. You can't just say, I don't like it. He said, that's not critical thinking. That was the first time anybody ever said that to me. But I remembered it. And now I always think, if you don't like something, you have to actually have a good analyzation of why. If you like something, you should also have a good analyzation of why you like it. And then you start to self-study. You start to understand how the mind, your personal mind, works. Now, it's different from other people's minds. Because that's the only thing Patanjali wants you to deal with, is your mind and its projections. If you're still in shoulder stand, let the toes come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees, bring the knees alongside the ears. Hold on to the back of the knee joint. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then place the hands on the floor. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the earth. Then once the hips are on the ground, extend the legs out in front of you. If you have a blanket underneath you, remove the blanket, put it off to the side, unfold the mat. Turn the palms to face upward, press into the elbows, lift the chest, come onto the top of the head. Matsyasana, seat of the fish. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Yes, there you go. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. Press into the elbows. Bring the chin into the chest and come lay down for Shavasana, corpse seat. So you can place a blanket underneath the knees. You can place a blanket on top of you. Allow the breath now just to breathe the body organically. You don't have to breathe in any special way. Allow the body to become heavy by letting go of Mula Bandha. And close the eyes and just allow the earth to support the weight of the body. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Stretch the right side more than the left. Stretch the left side more than the right. And stretch both sides. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And gently roll over to the right. And just stay there for a second in a fetal position. Pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice, dhyana sadhana. And once you find the seat, commit to the seat. Find stillness in the body. Allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ ujjayi pranayama, but have breath awareness for meditation. Watch the inhales enter the body. Watch the exhales leave the body. And begin to close the eyes and draw the senses inward. And last, focus the mind. But you need something to focus on so that the mind doesn't wander and jump around. As you inhale, silently chant Om to yourself. And as you exhale, silently chant Om on your own. Lokam samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Amy will be back next week. She just went to visit her family in Mississippi. If you're staying for meditation, just leave your mat where it is, I guess, and we'll be back in a little while. And don't forget, Primahara is going to be here on October the 26th. There's going to be two things. There's going to be a Bhakti Yoga workshop from 2 to 5. And then there's a kirtan from 6 to, I think, 7:30. They don't have an ending date. So that's what's going on. Be loved, be vegan. Thank you. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. So good.
Do my hand dance.
I know, I did too. But you always are good at them.
No, only after
Juice or something.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
No, thank you. Yes.
when I did the knee and here,
Thank you.
you there. I felt like there was no blood going back here, and I felt like all my intestine were way here, I was so open, I was all the way.
Because all those twists.
And then it was unbearable. So I left up to bring back oxygen, and I was better. I went back in a little less, and then when I went into shoulder step, it was a nightmare. I couldn't hold it.
I don't know. I don't
But
know.
like, is there something that I'm doing when I'm here? Like, am I supposed to, like, because I'm trying, so I'm wondering why. Like, it felt like, literally, like, it felt like I could
So
feel
you are
my
going
colon.
to, you are going
Like, I was
to
feeling my colon, like if there was like,
well, there was a lot of
blocking
twisting.
blocking the blood flow. And like I swear, it was like, you know, when you exercise a lot and you have like lactic acid accumulation, like pinching.
Right?
And it was like that, like with like, oh, here. And it was like